What's up? We're back with another edition of 95X Cares, just in time for Thanksgiving. It's our community animal rescue effort brought to you by the Law Office of William Mattar. I am Dixon, joined as always by Jenny. How are you?
I am doing fantastic. How are you?
Fantastic as well. Getting ready to make a whole bunch of food and then sleep on my couch watching football tomorrow.
I am literally so stoked. It is my favorite holiday. I was born ready. I'll be ready for next year's on Friday. Like it's go time.
I'm right there with you. And just in time for Thanksgiving, the holidays in general, and to celebrate Adopt a Senior Pet Month, you brought us Cassie from the Lewis
Mm.
County Humane Society, and she is gorgeous.
Doesn't she just have the sweetest face? I just adore her.
She reminds me so much of Mr. Wiggles, but in female form that it's uncanny.
Yeah. She definitely has a very similar look. And I don't know. I just like she's a dog that you look at that you're like, I just want to like curl up next to the fireplace and hang out with you. And maybe like share a sweet potato or I don't know, carrots because those are healthy for dogs and you can share those.
They definitely are. My guess is that she's in the 8 to 10 range, just based on her look, the little bit of gray that's starting to show up in the muzzle, the gray in the ears.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
gonna go for it too. I think that probably 8 or older sounds right to me.
well,
So she
just 4 to 3
is
years.
definitely, yeah. So she's perfect. I think that she's beautiful. Unfortunately, she was found as a stray in that Carthage, New York area. She was brought into the Lewis County Humane, and they said that she missed quite a bit of fur on her back. So they thought maybe like a severe flea allergy. But she's incredibly sweet with everybody that she meets. She's fine with other dogs. Um, she's kind of, again, like everybody's really shocked that nobody came forward to say like, hey, like she's mine, but nevertheless, Cassie is without a home. She is looking for somebody to kind of hang out for those golden years. And if you have that like calm but happy environment, you like going for a walk or you don't, this isn't a dog that's going to be like in high demand of all of like, constant activity. She's looking for people to chill with. And if that sounds like you guys, then I vote you go get her ASAP so that she can spend the holidays with you.
Yeah, and again, good around cats, good with other
Mhm.
dogs, loves people, just looking for a place to live out her golden years. She seems like the absolute perfect dog.
She really does. She's so sweet. And to anybody who is like afraid, we touched on this a few weeks ago, but um, I think that the sadder reality is that when people are too scared to bring home a senior pet because, well, it's going to be really hard when they pass away, and I'm not going to have a bunch of time. These are the dogs that you are able to really shape what the rest of their lives look like. And you can fill those moments for like the entirety of this dog with happy memories and teach them what love is and go for a McDonald's cheeseburger or I don't know, just really kind of give them this like full experience of life. Because if you don't do it and everybody feels afraid of the heartbreak that the end ultimately brings, you know, we're really missing out on those true golden years or days for a dog that make all the difference. And then all that they know is a shelter environment, which is way more heartbreaking than that loss. Like utilize that time to just fill that with all the best things this dog could imagine.
Yeah, and let's not forget too, right? Like it is scientifically proven at this point that our year does equate to somewhere around 7 dog years.
Mhm.
So let's say that Cassie is 8 years old and you have her for 2 to 3 years. That's only 2 to 3 years for us, which is a great period of time to have an older dog because in their world, that's 15 to 20 years, right? Like
Mhm.
you made that portion of their life that much better. And even if you don't have a lot of free time, you have an 9 to 5, right? Like you're gone 8 hours a day plus the commute. Um, that's still only a portion of their day that they're probably going to sleep away for the most part. So then they're
Oh,
actually spending
absolutely.
their time with you. So the fact that you're at work, I think, doesn't really matter as long as you're willing to put the time in and show the love when you are home with them.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, there is literally nothing better than when you are greeted by an older dog when you get home. Like when you see their tail going or their little booty like shaking just because they are so pumped to see you. Even after a terrible day, having that experience and coming home to a happy senior dog who's just like, that's my person, right? They are constantly ready to either party or snuggle or whatever it is that you need. Like, hey, do you want to go sit on the couch and eat a tub of ice cream and watch sad movies? The dog's like, yeah, it sounds like the best day ever. Like, that's what animals are. They are kind of these little support creatures that, I don't know, like there's something so irreplaceable about that experience. And certainly a senior dog is one that can teach us a whole bunch of different things. And I really, really hope that somebody swoops in and takes Cassie home ASAP.
Agreed. She is a gem. The information for the Lewis County Humane Society is on the screen now. Reach out to them, fill out your application, and as promised, we'll give everybody the lowdown on what you can and can't give your dog for Thanksgiving, since it's tomorrow and there's going to be a lot of Thanksgiving food around
Ugh.
for at least a few days, at least in most houses anyway. So I actually made like a little cheat sheet and I'll put it up on the screen.
Oh,
Uh,
you're so fun.
right when we get done talking, but we'll go through them, right? Like the things they can't have. Carrot, celery, right? Like
Mhm.
good for them actually. Turkey,
Uh-huh.
no skin, right? And if you're digging into that dark meat, get all of those little tendony things out of there, get all that cartilage out of there, and no skin whatsoever, right? Like trust me
Yeah.
on that one, you don't want to deal with it. Corn, dogs can have corn. It works the same way for them as it works for us. No surprise there. Sweet potatoes, green beans, and then apples and pumpkin, but obviously not spiced apples or pumpkin because dogs can't have cinnamon.
Boop, boop. Absolutely not.
Yeah. So
And
if
a
you're
lot of people
making
don't
the
know
apple
that too.
pie,
Yeah. Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like,
yeah. Leave it off their plate. They don't eat it. They
right.
don't want it.
Things they definitely can't have, right? And this means things that have these things in them as well, right? Because we're starting with onion and leek, which means they can't
Mhm.
have any stuffing,
Right.
right? Like none of that. If you're using like the pan drippings that had all of that onion and leek in it, you can't have the gravy.
Exactly.
Right? So just be mindful of where these ingredients have gone. Ham, I don't get that one, but it's not good for dogs. You would
I
think
think it's something about it being too fatty.
that, and I think the smoking process too.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Obviously, we mentioned it earlier. No turkey bones, right? Like even if you want to give them like the big turkey leg, don't give it to them. Poultry bones are very soft and they splinter and they can cut their mouths open. They can swallow a piece of it, and then you're at Cornell $5,000 lighter, and all because you gave your dog a turkey bone.
Yeah, just skip it. That's not a fun night. Nobody wants to deal with it.
In the same category as onion and leek is garlic. Dogs can't have
Mhm.
garlic. So nothing that has garlic in it. And then the last one, not that they're around a ton at Thanksgiving, but there is that gross thing called ambrosia salad that sometimes has it in it. But no grapes ever for dogs.
Ever. Ever, ever, ever. They
Ever.
can't digest the skin, I believe, is part of it. Just like you can't have tomatoes because it's the same family, same type of skin.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
So this will be up as an easy thing for you right after. Screenshot it, save it, pass it around to your older relatives that don't understand that it's not the 20s and we just don't feed the dogs like we used to feed pigs, which is just everything from the table. Um, right. And we'll be good and we'll have a great Thanksgiving. Cassie is available now. Lewis County Humane Society information still on the screen. Jenny, thank you very much. I'm very thankful this Thanksgiving, as I have been for the last three, that I have you as a resource to help us get this information out into the greater Central New York community, and you being an advocate for pet adoption, rescue, and our animal friends in general is inspiring. So thank you very much. I appreciate you immensely.
Hey, well, I am extremely grateful for this opportunity and for the last, I think you said has it been close to 3 years now? That's so crazy. But so continue to say thank you for this opportunity. It's my pleasure, and I am grateful to everybody who, continues to follow along this journey and continue to be advocates in our community as well.
Well, we will try and sneak in one more senior pet next week, even though I think the date's going to screw us on that. But hey, we'll still celebrate anyway. I hope all of you have a fantastic Thanksgiving and that you are warm and comfortable and surrounded by family, friends, and all that good stuff. That's what Thanksgiving is for. And Jenny, we'll see you next week with another edition of 95X Cares.
We'll see you then.
It's our community animal rescue effort brought to you by the Law Office of William Mattar for 95X.